I'm melting. It's so hot. What I think I might do now is an interview with someone squinting. Ian Fribbance. Christian.
Nice to meet you.
Very pleased to meet you. I've been told to come and see you because you're a legend around here for having a very, 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 very popular course.
That's right, yeah.
Tell me what the name of the course is.
It's You and Your Money.
Me and my money, or them and their money?
It's specifically about the money of people taking the course.
Oh, wow.
So you can sort of learn things about how to manage money and
So why is this so popular? Are people greedy? Just want more money?
No, it's more, I think, about the fact that we're now living in an age when people have to look after their own financial affairs much more than they used to in the past. If you think back 20, 30 years, the state looked after you, your employer looked after you, you had a pension probably, and so on. Whereas now, as time has moved on, people are much more responsible for their own financial affairs, planning for old age, you know, taking out a loan to go to university, whatever it might be. So
And things seem to be crumbling around our ears a bit as well.
yeah, well, certainly at the moment, yeah.
I've heard the term credit crunch a lot. Is that a new kind of funky way of saying recession?
Well, it's slightly different to a recession. A recession is where the whole economy is in decline, if you like, over a period of time.
Yeah.
The credit crunch is specifically about what's going on in the kind of banking monetary sector.
I'm learning and squinting and learning. I can squint and learn at the same time.
I'm squinting and teaching.
Yeah, this is fantastic. And I'll absorb more. So people come along, they're learning skills, techniques and gaining knowledge to assist them in their just general financial management in their lives.
Yeah, it's not necessarily teaching lots of specific facts, it's more about getting people to think in a much more kind of planned and organised way. So it's teaching the skills of financial planning, thinking systematically about different personal finance topics, different aspects of your life, planning ahead, thinking about different life course stages, as we call them.
I'm almost thinking of signing up now because I have absolutely zero planning for the future. Is there any absolute top tip that you can tell our viewers now? Listen, get a pen.
Top tip, my goodness me.
That's timeless for planning for the future. Because if I invest in a pension and it goes under, I'm going to come beating your door down.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, top tip, instant reaction would probably be the importance of budgeting. That is drawing up, let's say a monthly budget with your income and likely expenditure and so on. Planning into that budget for a certain amount of saving to build up a financial cushion, and to use that money that you're saving over time to save and invest sensibly for the future.
Now, I've never had a credit card in my entire life.
Wise man.
Wise man! The money expert said I was a wise man. If only you could see the contents of my pocket. No, I've never actually gotten any really major debt because I don't think I'm of the borrowing mentality of having never had a credit card. Not that, I mean, I'm offered them. I worked out one day that if I took up every single credit card and every single loan that I'd been offered for the numerous banks that I'm with, I could probably coop £56,000 and live in an area of Southeast Asia for the rest of my life very happily, thank you very much.
Very good.
Will they catch me?
I think the thing about debt is just to think that, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's, you know, it's why you want it, what you're going to do with it, and so on. I mean, it's perfectly reasonable to borrow money on a mortgage if you're going to, say, acquire a house which is going to rise in value.
Sure.
You know,
as an investment, which isn't guaranteed now.
Which, of course, is not guaranteed. But on the other hand, regardless of whether the house price, you know, rises or falls, the fact is at the end of the time that you've borrowed the money, you're going to have an asset, which, you know, you could use, for example, in later life. On the other hand, if you did borrow the 56,000, you know, like walking around.
I was actually thinking of borrowing it, you see, because I've got places to hide. Did they bother with that pitiful amount of money?
Well, I don't think 56,000 is that pitiful, but you know, if you were going to go and splurge it on you know, clothes and the car and whatever, and not be left with an asset at the end of it, then obviously it's not.
And it's a waste of wedge.
Sensible move.
Important question now: are you loaded?
Am I loaded? I'm reasonably comfortably off, yes.
Well, if that's not a reason to come and do the course, nothing is. A man who follows his own principles and lessons. That's fantastic. Give us the name of the course one more time.
It's You and Your Money. It's the code of it is DB123. It's an open university course. It runs twice a year, starting in May and November.
And you can learn all this at home. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's not expensive course, is it?
I hope not, no.
Worth every penny, he said. It's an investment.